listening?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Super Fast Tortoise Show. Welcome. We got a full house here today, full of party people.
Good morning.
Good morning, you handsome fellas. You stay out of trouble. The bearded gang is here. I know Tibalts' camera's not on.
I don't know what you're talking about. I caught a case over the weekend, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so kidding.
I know I'm pretty.
You are pretty.
We're all pretty in our own ways.
That's right. Well, so today is just kind of a rolling day. Like, this topic today was inspired by a couple things that happened last night, and I'm like, that's interesting because, like, you notice I'm monetized, but I don't have all my monetizations up. It's because the wife and I have plans to do that at a later date. We want to try to plan it out differently. We don't want to just like suck people in for their money and be like, hey, we just want your money. No, we got different ways, different thoughts, different opinions. You know, don't want people to think I only like them for their money. Tibalt.
Hey.
I'm kidding. You know, because like TCG Dude took down his store, so his link's no longer a description to his store. But Tibalts he's always asking for money.
That's right. I'm a mercenary, straight up mercenary.
So while you guys are at it, if you're looking for some sweet singles, go check out the description below for Tibalts Apprentice's Dark Ritual shop on tcgplayer.com.
Woohoo.
Look at that. You get a free shill.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm going to reward.
No.
He's gonna say I'm gonna reward you, and he leaves.
Dang, notice.
That's one heck of a reward.
His device disconnected. No. So while we're warming up and waiting for him to come back, oh, here we go. Boom. There we go.
That was supposed to be the reward, not me ducking out.
I thought that was the reward. Yeah, I'm gonna reward you. See ya.
I don't want your presence to be gone.
A classic wrong button move.
That's right.
Especially when you're on your cell phone. When you're on StreamYard on your cell phone, you press the wrong button, you're booted out. You're like, what the heck happened?
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So, how are you doing, Mr. Hillbilly?
Doing pretty good. Had some pretty good runs in historic on Arena.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I decided, change it up a little bit, do some historic runs.
Nice.
On some of my historic plays. Historic decks.
And today you're going to be shipping off some of those prizes from the giveaway.
Oh, yeah. Right after the stream here, that's when I'm going to mail them off.
Whoa, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Everybody's excited for that. I'm not winning anything, and I'm excited for people to get their stuff.
I'm excited for them.
Yeah.
Whoa. Tibalt, how are you doing today?
Doing fair to middling.
Fair to middling. That's good. That means like you're halfway to fair.
You're halfway there. Not too ecstatically happy, but not sad either. I'm happy to be here. That's always the case. So that's good. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Doing okay.
You're good. You're good. That reminds me of a song. Goes, whoa, we're halfway there. Something, living on a prayer.
Sounds right.
Right. Beautiful. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Staying out of trouble, playing some video games, some sweet Magic the Gathering on Forge.
What you talking about? Moogable's always in trouble.
I mean, he has a point there, but
yeah, he's always loud mouthing on the show, interrupting people.
Yep.
Kidding. TCG dude, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, dude. Had an early start to my morning. I typically sleep in a little bit, and got some Mickey D's for breakfast for me and the ladies. So I got me some orange juice right now.
Orange juice, nice.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it because I think this topic is probably something you have some thoughts about. Oh, I didn't write the topic because with you in mind, but like when I was thinking of things, I'm like, there's a couple people who frequent the channel who would be good with this topic, who know this topic. I'm like, and I have opinions about this topic because, it is a weird topic that it doesn't get discussed about in the community a lot because people are always reaching goals and they're trying to limit themselves on what they can do. And I'm like, well, there's always more ways to do it. So let's say hi to some people in chat really quick. Hello, Mrs. Hillbilly. I see you let Mr. Hillbilly live another day. How gracious of you. Hillbilly saying 600 subscribers. What a milestone. Hell yeah. Thank you. We have 600 subscribers we're at right now. I'm so stoked about that.
Nice.
Ooh. And happy Dang Blaggett Day, everyone. Brandon! It's Dag Blaggett Day every day if you think about it. Every day you step your toe, Dag Blaggett.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
Yep. All right. What's up, morning coffee people? James Willis, the power of the cane in the palm of his hand. He shakes it so wrathfully at the clouds. One day he pissed off the sky very much, and poor Nebraska and Oklahoma just felt the wrath of the cane.
Yeah.
DeLawson, what's up? Hello. Nice to see you. You old-fashioned cube winner from the back in the day when we reached a milestone and you won a cool cube. Then you went on to Hillbillies, giveaway and won his giveaway. Hey,
Nice.
hope your lottery tickets this week for sure.
He sure did. He won my giveaway and won tortoises. I'm like, dag blagged, D. Lawson trying to take every dang gone thing.
Yep.
James had that luck.
James Law says someone needs to give Tibalt a tickle to get him there. Yeah, halfway there.
Yeah.
All right. That's pretty cool. And Brendan says TCG dude went to make it easy. Lucky.
Only thing I gotta ask TCG dude was it orange with pulp or without pulp?
Mm-hmm. Well, for how expensive McDonald's is in California, I'm pretty sure Tibalt's become vegan.
Pretty much.
You know what's actually kind of crazy is so I got the $3.99 bundle, which comes with the sausage and cheese muffin, right, and hash brown. Bro, the orange juice. It was good. It was good, right, bro? The orange juice was only 10 cents less, so it was almost as much for the orange juice.
Oh my god!
As it was for the food.
Yikes!
Oh geez.
So I don't know, and I don't think other states were affected by it, but I know in California they raised the wages for fast food workers to be $20.
Yep.
It's like,
and we see that reflected in.
Yeah, they cut down a lot of people and raised their prices.
Yep, exactly. So now you got to go in and do it yourself and stuff. It's like checking out yourself at the grocery store. Except in this case, you got to go in, order from a kiosk, and then pick it up at the counter or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I saw your little McDonald's meme on Facebook where it said McDonald's, our food's so expensive you can afford real food now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Brandon, $20. Holy, I'm working at McDonald's now. And DJ, what's up? Damn it, I want a sausage McMuffin. Hell yeah. All right. Oh man, I'm so glad you guys are here to chill and chat and have fun, a good time. Whew. And we got a surprise guy. Boom, he's showing up because I forgot the Cookie dude.
Good morning.
Well, hello.
Hello.
There's only supposed to be 2 bald men on the show.
I could try a comb over, but I don't think it'll reach.
Right? Your beard all over. Not kidding.
Yeah.
Oh man. For breakfast today, I had crackers.
Eek.
I ain't ate no breakfast yet.
Well, that's because you're slow fist.
Yep.
Yep. No. What happened to Tibalt? No.
I'm
Tibalt.
still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm still here. All right.
Yeah.
You hit
Hold
your
on.
face.
I'll be back.
All right.
I had egg casserole for breakfast.
Nice. Egg casserole. Sounds delicious. Sounds like aged cheese, sausages, maybe some bacon bits.
Yep. Egg, sausage, cheese, potatoes. It's very good.
Sounds really good. Did you make it yourself, or was that a surprise by mom?
That was Mom. She went out of her way and make. No.
Made some delicious breakfast. You lucky spoiled brat, you.
Yeah, I got an echo here. I don't know what's going on.
I don't hear no one.
I don't hear it on my side, so it might just be on your side.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Cheers to all the women in our lives.
Yeah, cheers. Or the person that makes you feel special.
Yes, let me
Yeah.
see what's going on here.
All right. Well, while you do that, Hillbilly,
Yeah.
what's the first segment of the day?
Ooh, that would have to be the
Card of the day. Combo
Haha. This is a little cube all-star, a little good card. This card is amazing and limited. This card used to be banger and limited in the Dark Ascension block, I believe it was. Anyways, Blood Craze Neonat costs a generic and red. It's a creature vampire, 2/1. It attacks each turn of Fable. When Blood Craze Neonat deals combat damage to a player, put a +1 counter on it. I scurrily picked this card because I was desperate to look for a card of the day because I was so backed up in time. But I'm like, this card made it into my Tibalt deck because I wish there were more. I had more cards like this for it, actually. And you'll see why if we actually make it to the deck of the day. Because I need help. Rakdos is really hard to build when you don't have access to all the card draw. I need a Phyrexian Arena, everybody.
I gotta figure out why I got an echo here. I'm gonna close out and then come back in.
All right. Like, have you ever played with this card, Tibalt?
I haven't. I haven't found a good way to get around that that one toughness.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, surprisingly, these days, I'm not crazed about having to attack every turn.
Pun
I've
intended.
shifted. What's that? Yeah.
Good pun intended. You're not crazy. Madcap skills goes good on this card. I used to play Madcap skills on this card in a tabletop format. It gives a +2/+0 a menace. That's a way to negate that one toughness, make it harder to block. Voltron this. There's a card called Strong Kirk Noble, which is a 1-drop that gets a +1 counter on it every time you deal combat damage to a player. It is very tempo.
Okay.
Vampires. That's why red vampires were good back in the day. Black red vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vampires used to be a viable limited mechanic based creature type back in the day. They were hard to deal with, especially when you did Grixis vampires with good card draw and stuff. Ooh, boy.
Right. Yeah.
And Hillbilly wants good vampires. He loves vampires.
Yeah.
And the artwork on this card is sadistic, but pretty cool.
I've always been a zombie thing, whether it's Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic the Gathering.
I love zombies too.
Yeah. I've always leaned more into the zombies instead of the vampires and stuff. I've got a list. Somebody gave me a list recently that I want to try to build. But yeah, I've met Hillbilly's vampire deck.
Mm-hmm.
I've met it a couple of times.
you could always play against my zombie deck. My zombie deck is mean and classic.
Nice.
Yes. And I want to say hello to Captain Waffles.
There's Captain Waffles.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Hello.
All right. Good morning.
All my chores are done. I can get on the show now. Mom said I can play.
Oh yeah. Play. Everybody's going crazy today.
I had to change the oil on the car before we head to California this weekend.
That makes sense.
California,
here I come.
California.
Yeah.
I'm already here, man.
All right.
So is Tibalt.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
I
right.
know I was the smart one. I got out of there.
Yeah, exactly. You're ahead of the curve then, for sure.
All right.
Well, it's going to be nasty tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
going
in
to
your
be
area, definitely you're going to get some snow in that area.
yeah. It's going to be cold tomorrow. It's going to drop 30 degrees from today,
Yeah.
and then Sunday it's going to be better.
That's
It's just-
good.
Saturday is just going to be nasty. Depends where you're going in California.
Mhm.
Central Cali.
Yeah, it's going to be could be rainy for a couple hours, and then it's going to clear up on Sunday and be nice.
That's good.
Yeah, Sunday we're going down for my dad's birthday. That's why we're going down there. And so he's born on Cinco de Mayo, so that's
Oh, wow.
easy for us.
Yes.
Party time.
Tomorrow is May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. That's right.
And then Revenge of the 5th.
The Revenge of the 5th. All right, now we're going to scroll into some pictures of the day. And happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
Girl.
And one picture I found was a fun meme from back in the day.
Happy Friday.
That was the Geico commercial.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice
Happy
Geico.
Friday. That's right.
Nice the Geico caveman.
Yes.
He came back in a little resurgence for a second.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even tried making a sitcom about him.
Yeah, but that was a failed sitcom.
Yep. Here's how Captain Waffles feels by the end of the weekend. By the weekend.
That's by the end of every day.
You know.
I made it to Friday.
He's just not asking for belly rubs. That's right.
That's right.
Cats,
Yeah,
you gotta rub their belly. Yep. It's like part of the written law of owning a cat. If their bellies are face up, you gotta pet it. Even if they scratch,
That's right.
scratch, make it bleed.
That's right.
And here's a picture of Dad when he's younger.
Whoa. Whoa. That's right. The good old days.
Right? TGIF. Thank Gandalf. It's Friday.
That's right.
Right. Classic Gandalf.
That's
And one of the best Magnetos ever portrayed on film. Well, probably the only Magneto portrayed on film. Well, no, not the only. The best Magneto portrayed on film.
Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender did a good job, but I really liked his version.
Yep.
But they both did a good job, but I think he's better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's some pictures of the day.
They were good pictures.
The Magneto character from the X-Men films after the original three were good films, especially Days of Future Past. That was like the best.
Super fast.
Yeah.
You got a message in chat there. You need to contact D-Loss.
All right, hold on. All right. My mother-in-law made the best breakfast casserole. Yes. Did you need a paper arena? Yes. Yes, he does. I got like 8. Cool. All right. That's appreciated 100%. That'd be cool. All right.
Cool.
Sorry. I'm trying to catch up chat. Man of Monk. Whoa. Zombie. Zombie. Whoa. Sorry, I got like 2 songs in my head. I got like Living on a Prayer and some Offspring song called The Kid Ain't Alright. Oh.
I have a song from a from a Amazon Prime show that's stuck in my head. Song's called Loser, Baby.
Oh yeah.
No, it ain't the round table. Dang, Blaggett.
We got 7 people on the show. Hey. That means we're going to have a good topic today. Because you know what? This morning crew we get is a very lively bunch. And I love the fact that we got such an diverse community of people who jump on and have different opinions or thoughts, or sometimes we share.
I resemble that remark.
Yeah.
You resemble having a adverse opinion?
Diverse, adverse opinion. We can't have that. We all got to think the same.
No.
All right, we got to throw this in. We got to throw this in reverse.
That's right.
Don't, God, making me feel bad for DJ here.
No, his stream last night was fun. We had some interesting movie titles and songs and things.
Cool.
Nice. No, I love being on the round table. The round table is completely different from this show. This show is very fun, topical, different. His show is more. Well, this one has a little more structure in general, but like his show is like free, full of commentary. Last night's show was relaxed. They're different flavors, yo. One's vanilla, one's chocolate. That's the only difference.
I agree, 100%. There, Tortoise.
Yeah.
This show is unique because it's versatile.
You know what makes my show better? Here's what makes my show better. My show gets Cookie Dude.
I've got Hillbilly. Hillbilly on it.
No one gets Cookie Dude except for Tortoise.
That's right.
All right. No, my show's not better. I think it's equally the same and good. But all right. Before I start talking too much, and then I don't want to upset people or offend people, because I'm not trying to insult anybody.
I'm offended.
I'm always offended.
I told you the other day you're like a pancake, but with squares.
I enjoy being on Round Table and this channel too.
Right?
If I stay up late enough, I'd join DJs, but I go to bed like around 7.
Right.
I at least get off the computer. So.
Are you 112?
Dang it! No, it's just because I like my room gets heated up. I like to help cool it down before I go to bed.
Right. All right. So we are 22 minutes in the show, and we still haven't touched the topic. Right.
Doing something right.
Right. Well, no, it's good when we can bullshit for a bit, relax, get loosey goosey and stuff like that. Because
language. This is a kid's show.
I didn't tell you to take some card out of a deck. But all right. So, anyways, rolling into the topic is if you want to be monetized in MTG, do it yourself. And guess what? Tortoise didn't do. He didn't put his dialogue in the private chat like he normally does. So I got to scroll all the way down here with my mouse work. My mouse died on me today.
Oh no!
Oh wow!
So I had to plug it in. See, there's wire. All right. So if you really want to be monetized on YouTube, you can do it yourself. You have to think of YouTube and as a marketplace where your skills and talents are your strengths. You have PayPal, Patreon, and other programs to start you off, but don't expect anything for free. There are people I've watched who are legitimate begging for money. And these are people my wife watches. Well, one person in particular my wife watches. And there's some people we've seen around YouTube, not in the community more say, but like just people on YouTube who actually will be like, give me money. But anyways, YouTube takes a lot of your money that you earn. Like Richie Dubs gave me a $5 super chat one day. $3.50 of that is how much I've earned from that.
Wow.
So if you want to become better and more sufficient with income on YouTube, you got to be resourceful and available to be malleable to in order to better yourself. Also, this fits the world of Magic the Gathering, and having a business sense helps out a lot. We've seen firsthand people make an income with the game we love. And I'm kind of skipping some stuff, but let's just say, let's open the floor to people to discuss more on this topic. And I want to start this actually off because one thing I think was very smart, Captain Waffles jumping in, is someone who's actually monetized himself before his channel's been monetized, right? Like he's open to Patreon. He's got at least one Patreon member I know of, and that's helping him out. And he's being resourceful, and he's very smart about it. And that's not just a compliment, but that is a fact that we've seen. Yeah. How do you like compliments, Captain Waffles?
They're like the syrup to my butter.
Right. So.
No, thank you. But yeah, I'm actually up to 3 Patreon members now, which is mean, I have 6 total, which we have a couple free ones in there, but I mean, the more the merrier. I'm all for it. I do put out content for the free people too, but that's also what YouTube is. And I started the Patreon as like I'm going to have it up and running, and if we get some people in there, great. If not, it's there as a resource. But I'm definitely not trying to be like those people that are begging for money. I mean, if people want to pay me for my services of what I'm providing, then awesome. If not, then maybe I'm just not for them. But like you said, it's a marketplace. People are, getting value from your content or whatever it may be. And some of the Patreon members I've reached out to, and I'm actually creating something with one of them. So it's kind of like, there can be some kind of collaboration. There can be, opportunities there, all kinds of stuff. So one of the biggest things, I've taken like business courses in college, and I've also had like business coaches, I guess. I've paid for services to get, information from someone else, and I've learned a lot. And so through those courses and things that I've done, you have to offer a service in a way that's valuable for the person that's paying for it. I mean, it's just like when you go to the store and you buy food, there's multiple different, let's say, crackers. Which one is going to give you the best value for your buck? That's the one you buy. Or if you go to get your car serviced, what place is going to give you the best value and service for the money that you're putting out? So when you go to put out your content, you go to monetize your channel and get to certain levels, that's what you have to be thinking about. What can you provide for the people that you're trying to provide value for?
Oh yeah.
It's a lot like JFK says, it's not what your country can do for you, it's what you can do for your country. You got to think of your audience like that too, because the more you give to them, the more they're going to give back to you. And and it's not, you don't just want to sit there and be like, oh, I got to give all this and then I'm going to get all this in return. No, you have to give without the expectation of receiving.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Like one of the things about my show in the morning is, if nobody in chat knows, I pay everybody on the show $0 because that's how much I can afford. They come on here because they want to be on here. They like to be on here, right?
Yep.
But even though I'm monetized, the wife and I are waiting to actually monetize the channel differently at a certain time. Because we're not about making that money really right now. We're about sustaining a good channel, good vibes thing, right? And the one thing this channel offers, like with the morning show, is value every day, and I don't expect anything back in return. Like there's stuff I do, like for example, one of my friends, I made a couple thumbnails for. He knows I don't expect money for them. And I don't really expect anything for them, unless I make a deal with him. I didn't make a deal with him. I just did these thumbnails for him. And yesterday, he's like, my friend was like, dude, I got this card. It will work in your deck as a damnation. And he's like, if you want that for the thumbnails, I'll take it. I'm like, dude, I'll take a damnation any day. That's $20. And I don't want to sound greedy, but like I've already kind of monetized myself and not on purpose. By monetizing myself, like I've had mail days come in, people give me mail and stuff because they love the channel, they want to see the channel grow, they want to see the decks I play, they want to help out because they love the content. That people sent cards into the mail, people sent cool stuff. Like DJ sent me some magazines that are pretty cool, like some old gamer magazines and stuff. So a lot of people have already, like in a way, in essence, monetized the channel in their own way. So with that all being said, you got to figure out what monetization is to you.
Yeah, well, me right now, it's just a dream. I'm not expecting to blow up because I kind of have a niche topic, and I'm not all over the place like Superfast is, which is good. I mainly listen, and I'm not on here to make money anyway. But I am here to learn and get the thoughts from the people You know,
Mhm.
you all have something to offer me. You know, so I'm here to take it all in. You know, uh, you know, that's what I'm here
Whoa,
for.
whoa, whoa! Something to offer you? Take it all in. What part of this conversation did I walk in on?
So I wanna kind of piggyback off of Cookie Dude's little what he was saying right there is and this isn't anything bad on you, Cookie Dude, but the one of the things that I've noticed with people and their mindsets and everything is the type of words you use have a big factor into your mentality and your mindset. And I did take a course on NLP, which is neuro linguistics programming, and you saying that it's a dream and you're not really trying to blow up and all this other stuff. I feel like if you could blow up, like there's no doubt about that. Like anybody can do this.
Right.
It's a matter of putting out there and saying, this is what I love to do. This is what I'm showing you guys. And if you find that right audience and you provide that value and you keep sharing it, there's no amount of people that could just show up. I mean, you could get to 100,000 subscribers fast.
Okay.
It's just a matter of putting in that work and going, hey, I want to share this. I want people to be, seeing what I love, and the authenticity will come out. And the more people that see it, the more people will start to share it, and you get this organic growth. So it's not really that you can't do it, because I mean the old saying is the man who thinks he can, the man who thinks he can't, they're both right.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's really just having that mentality of I want to have fun, I want to put this out there, and I want to see what happens.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And the best thing you can do is learn, right?
Yeah.
Learning is not underrated. All right.
And I don't disagree with anything you said. You're right. You know, I have a different flavor, but once I find a market that audience that digs what I dig, you know, and you're right. I could. There's no limit, you know. But I just like being on this show. You do all kinds of topics, and so you guys help me out a lot.
Well,
You know, so it's a great show. I mean, everybody contributes, even if Tortoise is by himself on the show. He puts out a good product. You know,
Try to.
everybody else who joins just makes it better.
That's right.
all right.
You know?
Well, one thing about the market, you don't find the market. The market finds you.
Yeah.
There is
Well,
no
that's
market.
true.
There is no market out there. All
So-
you do is just do your stuff, and the market will find you.
Yeah.
That's how you
I'm
grow.
not gonna go out and search for people, and I'll just put out what I can, and
Right.
when I can, and people
Well-
find it and they like it, or they don't find it.
The best thing you can do is to do what you're doing, perfect what you're doing, learn your keywords, your search terms, and everything else, and work on what you're doing. And people like-minded will find you, and that's where you'll grow. And
Yeah.
that's how I grew. Like I started as a main Magic the Gathering channel. We talk about Magic a lot, but I've departed from being a main Magic the Gathering channel, and I'm like, I want to be a personality channel because I want people to like me for the stuff I like. Like I'm playing Spider-Man and do Commander games. The morning show is like my baby child right now, and that's what I'm working on. I have no control over who can and cannot be on. Like Tibalt, he doesn't have to be on, right? And he comes on when he likes to be on because he loves being with us. He loves hanging out when he can. Same with
Any
Captain
chance I
Waffle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes being on when he can. Doesn't mean he can't. So I have to be flexible to work the show by myself if I have to. Because there's been a time when I had to do that because Hillbilly had other important things that day. And it's just it. You just got to be flexible, malleable, and try to perfect your craft. But I want to be a personality channel, And you know, like I want people to know me for my personality. I want people to want to hang out with me, and the more I focused on that, more like-minded people. Like, look at this: Hillbilly, Tibalt, and Captain Waffles are near my age range, right? So there's a lot of similarities there. So there's a natural attraction to the show because of it. There's things about Captain Waffles that I like besides his personality, just his personality. You know, not saying I don't like your personality. I'm saying there's more. Like he has reference to my friend Andrew with his pro playing days, and he has that aspect to it. So I'm attracted to that. My point is, if you do what you love and don't focus on what other people want, but focus on what you want to give to the world, people like-minded will find their way to you.
Just like with my channel, I have attitude about towards my channel. I'm like, well, I want to grow, I want to get monetized, but I don't. I mean, I don't want to get paid for it. I don't care. I don't care about the money. I don't care. I don't care about what I get from the channel. What I want to do is provide content and let people, people like that content. And if they want to sub, then they sub. It's up to them for the channel to grow.
Right. But we've strayed so far away from self-monetizing yourself, which is the point of the show.
Well, that's what I was trying to get to.
So what I'm saying is, like, if you really believe in your product, you know, like one thing I brought is Captain Waffles did Patreon. Now, Captain Waffles has a good head on his body. He has a good stern thought about business. He has all the tools that he needs to start where he's going, which is a step ahead of most of us, like people like me, which is amazing. But there are tons of free resources. Want to make yourself an intro? You want to make yourself a logo? Want to make yourself a theme song? You want to make yourself anything like that? There's free resources for it. One of the programs I use is Inkscape, which is a hell of an editor program. What puts me ahead of the game with that, which I do my thumbnails and stuff on, is I have the tools and resources of skills from going to Job Corps for that. I'm very well versed in it, and spending 10 years running the program has been helpful. Tibalt, he has skills, right? Not only does he look handsome, but he's resourceful, right? He has had podcast history where he can take those skills and relate them to his channel for you. You know, Hillbilly is a very friendly dude. All right, I don't know anybody more friendlier than Hillbilly, and this is not a shill for Hillbilly. This is like, this dude is so nice, has a personality, gets very personable, that he brings into his show, and he gets people to subscribe to him. He's what, 436 subscribers right now?
Yep.
And look, he doesn't do good thumbnails. No offense, but he doesn't do good thumbnails. We need to make him a better intro, you know. But he's getting followers based on his personality. You know, we got TCG dude, who's just, I don't know, I want to say wacky, but
He's a little wacky though.
But he's full of energy and full of spitfire and stuff. That he's very quippy with everything. He has a good personality for what he wants to do. And
I try to be, sir, and passionate about the game. Honestly,
right?
that's kind of where the core of it is at for me.
Right.
I really appreciate Magic in its art, you know, its collectability. I didn't enter the game thinking about value and money. Honestly, I was infatuated with the cardboard. Like, it's really weird to say that, but like, I just was like, wow, these look awesome, dude.
Right.
And they're not little kitty cardboards like the Pokemons at the time that were so hot, you know what I'm saying? But
and all I'm highlighting,
finish.
yeah, all I'm highlighting is people here have the skill set that they need to start on their adventure if they want to start monetizing. They have like if you didn't think about it or didn't know, what I'm saying is that to give you confidence that you guys have the stuff to do what you want. You know, just hone in on it. You know, Koozie
Something
Dude
else-
has. Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. I was just say something else that's important to realize too is it's all kind of a journey, and slow steps in the right direction are better than maybe big steps or going viral or whatever. Because you go viral, then you desperately try to reproduce what you just did, and you're not necessarily going to find that's going to be sustainable. So slower steps, building is going to be, I think, more important than just looking to jump to that, monetization right now, because you wouldn't know what to do with it. I think it's great that now that you got the opportunity to monetize, you're taking your time and doing it right with a plan. And I think that's a good example for everybody to follow as we all get there.
Absolutely.
You know, do it in your pace, but have the confidence. That's the toughest thing. Like when I first started wanting to do the morning show, I actually used to have a podcast and I sucked at it, and it was a bad podcast. Well, the dialogue wasn't bad. I was bad. I actually spent precious time on the scripts, and I got tired of writing scripts. Like I write like 12 pages of script and suck at it. But like when I started doing the show, I talked to my friend Chad Camfield, who does the Canman Show, or also known as Scuck Media on YouTube. Shout out to him. And the only thing I was really curious about, because I couldn't really find a good video on YouTube, was how to talk with confidence, how to talk normal, how to talk good. Like I said, I come from a gene pool where the men kind of have banal voices.
Dry red eyes.
Right. That guy used to write for the president. All right. Skill sets he didn't know. So there's a natural curve, but sometimes you get lucky. But like one thing you want to be, I would suggest if you want to be self-monetized, is there's free resources out there. YouTube is not only can make you money in general, but there's so many free resources to learn from. YouTube is a search engine to get into, to learn how to do stuff, from logos to intros, all that jazz, whatever. But also to incorporate the learning skills. Like one of the heaviest learning skills I had to learn for parts of my channel was OBS, the streaming program for streaming games and stuff like that. It's how I play Commander. I stream through OBS most of the time. When I go on like DJ's channel, I have to flip the camera around. Learning what bumpers are. There's so much to learn. So I want to say, instead of trying to eat everything at once, don't eat the whole elephant in one bite. Take your time. Focus on one thing. Perfect one thing at a time, and the skills will advance as you go.
Yep. The bigger the bite, the more you choke. So
That's right.
You got to take little bites.
Right. And well, I don't know how long everybody can be here, but this stream is going to go a little bit longer than normal because there's so much to unpack here.
But, so also with monetizing, like you have to remember, you're gonna fail. It happens. Okay, things don't always work out the first time, but the only time you become a failure is when you quit.
Yep.
So if you learn to have those successes and failures and learn the duality of them and understand that when you have a success and what it feels like, and when you have a failure and what it feels like, you can know what the difference is and really hone in and work on your skills. And I mean, yes, skills are nice, but I've always gone under the whole thing of it's not what you know, it's who you know. And so you may have a particular skill set. Let's say like Tortoise is really good at making thumbnails, and Hillbilly is really good at just being personable on a stream. Now that they know each other, Hillbilly can be like, hey, Tortoise, can you make me a couple thumbnails and an intro? And then in return, Hillbilly comes on the morning show and is very personable and attracts people. And so there's this give and take with each other. And this is where your networking and building a community ends up helping everybody and not just you. And so not only will you self-monetize, but other people will self-monetize as you guys build each other up.
Yep.
Yes. True fact. I've actually made Hillbilly a thumbnail he no longer uses.
Yep.
I don't know what happened to it.
I can't find it. Been looking for it.
Right. Well, there's so many things I want to do for Hillbilly. I'm like so many baby step things. Like I want to, like one of the big things I want to do is I want to design himself a playmat I want him to shill his channel when he plays Commander. I love the fact he has my playmat, but I want to see him with a playmat for his own channel and sleeves. So that's something we talked about. I want to make him a sweet intro. Trying to find out a good sweet. I'm not good at making looping intros. Well, all right. I got one that's all right on my channel on my OBS. I want to try to do something like that for him. You know, because one of the things I'm passionate about is helping others where I can. You can even ask Tibalts. I made him a frame he asked for, and you know, I just copy pasted a frame in a way and made it him. You know, and I didn't ask for nothing, right? And that's because I want him to succeed. You know, I'm all about trying to help others succeed because one, I'm too broke to pay people, so when I can do something and I feel like it's in my nature to do it, I'll try to do it, try to help out. And that's one of the best things you can do as a creator of magic is try to help people. In fact, most successful channels on YouTube are videos about people trying to help people. But when it's personable, there's passion.
Yep.
Not only that, another thing to help you self-monetize is kind of like what you've talked about with your personality is your brand. Create like a brand, like who you are as a person, but something that can be marketable. Like my thing with Captain Waffles, I'm currently working on making a kind of like a figure, like a waffle humanoid type figure to put on shirts or onto a playmat or something like that, to where it's a brand that is marketable and people will expose me by buying it and showing it off to the world, and other people will see it and be like, oh, what's that? And so you create this brand of yourself to be able to get it out there. Like DJ has his brand with the squirrel and DJ Longhair. And then you have, Tortoise with being super fast Tortoise. And you have Hillbilly, like you and Tibalts Apprentice. You have this brand that you create that is your personality. And that will help you self-monetize because then you can put it on all kinds of different things. Sleeves, neck box, playmats, shirts, like all these different things, like Tortoise is already done. Stickers. I mean, there's infinite possibilities with this once you create your personality / brand.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like last time I went to the game store, I left a sticker for someone to pick up. Oh yeah, no, seriously. Like he says, branding. Let me put in a different name, a different angle. A persona. Something that you can personalize yourself, make yourself up like a mascot, and it's something that will reach out to others to drag attention. Bring in attention or draw attention. Yep. One of the people on the show that is really good at this is Tibalts. All right. And that's because he has this thing about awareness on the internet. Awareness. I don't know what it's called, but he has like a self-awareness on the internet where he kind of does it. My friend Chad Canfield's really good at this, where he has like awareness on the internet. It's how people perceive you. That's why when we don't say cuss words and we watch our words in certain ways, how we say things on YouTube, is because we have this brand awareness that people look at us and judge us by the persona that we put out. Now, not everybody has a persona that's exactly them on the internet. Sometimes they completely make up a fake persona that you don't realize it's not like them in real life.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's something else that could be addressed too, is the fact that I have nothing against profanity or whatever. I'm not offended by it. Use it myself, but I never or seldom use it online or in any of my shows, only because I want to be able to reach the widest audience possible. So in some ways, I'm not being myself as I normally would in a casual conversation, but I do, and it sounds so weird for me to say this, but I do think about the image that I'm projecting also. So I think that that's something that's important. And a lot of people like, well, I just want to be me and people are going to like me for being me or whatever. And it's like, yes, up to a point. But if you want to reach the widest audience possible, just keep it in mind. It's like, that's the same thing with the movie ratings or whatever, an R-rated movie and stuff is going to limit who can see it. Whereas, PG-13 or whatever, that's what my wife and I did with our podcast. You know what I mean? We didn't, we used a little bit of rough language here or there, a little bit of coarse language, but nothing overtly or anything that would push the boundaries or whatever. Maybe raise a little bit of eyebrows or whatever, but nothing that was going to, like, oh, my poor ears, So that's just something to think about as you're building a persona or as you're choosing one. I'm not saying don't be yourself, be as authentic as you possibly can, but also keep in mind for future reference, because these days, anything you say is accountable, and you're in a medium that's people are going to go back and they're going to find something you said 5 years ago, and they're going to, oh, look at this person, look what they did. With cancel culture and with everything else that's going on, those are things that to be aware of. Like, I don't know. I
agree with you. I agree with you because, like, I coach softball. I coach 10-year-old little girls, and I have to really watch what I say when I'm out there because I can get very passionate and there'll be some F-bombs and stuff that get dropped, but I don't say it when I'm on the field. I hold everything in because I have to maintain this level of composure as the coach, and these 10-year-old little girls that are looking up to me coaching them, I have to sit there and be like, okay, look, guys, it's okay. We can be frustrated or whatever it is, emotions that are going on, but I don't say any of the words while I'm out there. When I get home, I scream into a pillow as loud as I can to get them all out. But, you're absolutely right. You have to wear many different hats when it comes to your personal life, your YouTube life, like, people that you're around during the outside world, like things like that. Like, although I will say, when it comes to, let's say if somebody were to pull a video up that I did 5 years ago and they're like, you said this, my counter argument to that is I grow as a human being. That was me 5 years ago. This is me now. If you have a problem with 5-year-old me, then how about you go back in the past 5 years and talk to that one? Because things that were said in the context of 5 years ago had a different relevancy then than it does now. So I understand what you're saying about all of that, but in my personal opinion, with certain things that I have said, it doesn't bother me if somebody comes back and says, well, you said this. I'd be like, yeah, I have the right to change my opinion or my mind based on new information. So if you're calling out 5 years ago, sorry, but not sorry.
Well,
people grow as, younger people seem to clone out, colorful words. But as you grow, those words go away and you come up with another word for the same thing.
Well, you're just like me. You can go back, let's say 5 years on my channel. Well, I don't have 5 years on my channel, but let's say if I did have, you'd go back on my channel and you'll never hear a swear word at all. The closest thing to a swear word that you will hear is the word dag blanket. And that's not a bad.
Tortoise is working on that.
Yeah, there's not a bad word on my channel because I want to keep the personality of my channel be positive towards not just one person, towards everybody. And I always try to keep that personality up.
I was just going to say one other thing really quick as far as having a personality and having a way that you present yourself. It also helps from the standpoint of being able to step away from that when it's time to, for your own mental health and for your own well-being. It's helpful to have something where you can step out of it and like, I don't have to be this here right now, whatever case that might be. I think that's also important to developing who you are as it doesn't have to be a complete 180 from what you are on screen or whatever, but it just helps to have because I'm not nearly this outgoing and nice in person. I mean, I'm shy and introverted, and I have a hard time talking to people. However, here I can be a different version of myself where I'm chatty and outgoing, and that's not always who I am outside of this realm right now, talking about Magic and stuff. Still love to talk to everybody, love Magic or whatever. It's just a different version. It's something that I can step out of, that if I want to go someplace and I want to be quiet and have my own time, I can do that too.
Yeah.
Outside the lab coat.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I am me. I mean, the way I act on the stream is the way I am.
Hold on a second. That's a good segment for a show. Outside the lab coat.
I like it. Maybe, yes. That's good.
Right?
Yeah, we should do that then.
Yeah.
No, so
Right.
talking about monetization. What's up?
I was going to say, everybody on this program, I'm assuming they're close to their real personality, and they're not on-screen personality, but they, I don't know I know Superfast Tortoise really well, and the other guys I'm learning to know, and you guys don't know about me if I'm like this, a total a-hole, you don't know. But as we go along, we learn that we're not far from who we really are.
Right. Which brings me to the next point of this conversation, right? Is building an audience, is building a relationship. Like a lot of people think, oh, I need an audience. And, as long as I'm entertaining, people will watch me. But really what people want, and I notice like my wife watches a lot of people and she loves building like some relationship with the channel, with the person on the channel, even if it's a good one or a weird one. Like she watches this one lady, and I'm not going to mention their channel, but she has 2 channels now. One's a budget channel, like a budgeting channel, like for poor people budgeting channel. I don't know what the term is. Then she has a cooking channel, which is watched for the first time yesterday, was beyond me. Whatever, but the wife watches this channel because she loves watching how the audience reacts with her, because this lady talks about she does gig work and stuff like that for working, making money. She's scrapped her job. She can't hold the job. She gets a job and quits because the management's not for her, or something's not for her. So she likes being herself employed, even though I think there's more to the story that's not being said, and that's how the wife feels too.
Yep.
But she'll complain, she will talk about how funds are tight, and she'll basically beg people for money, and people will give her that money. She's found a weird way to monetize herself, but she's only limiting herself for how far that will go, because that's the kind of monetization when people are like, well, I'll help out, but this is as far as I can go, and that will just thin out like a spread of butter going across a piece of bread. It's thick at the beginning, but it just no longer exists by the time you get to the other end of the butter bread.
Yeah, that's true.
But what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to get at is, you want to build a relationship with your audience, and you want to build a healthy relationship with your audience.
Yeah.
Like James Willis is one of the coolest parts of my audience here, right? Not only does he send me mail, not only do we contact each other about once a week and talk to each other, and then he's always on the show, always putting in commands, always being there. Like I didn't even mention Karn's Utopia today because we got so wrapped up in the conversation. It was really fun, But then we got the Real World who's new to the show, new to the channel, and he's trying to learn. He's finding his path in life, and he's wrapping up things. And it looks like Captain Waffles has got to go. And we're not done.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta head out. But I just wanted to say on that one point of like the on-screen personality versus real life. No, this is me. I'm a Gemini. I'm very outgoing. If you meet me in person, I'll be exactly how I am on here. So that's just the way I am. I've always been my mom taught me to be blunt. It's funny because she when I went for my first job interview, I was really nervous, and she told me, she's like, "Why are you nervous?" And I was like, "Because this is the boss of the company." And she goes, "Well, he just, you know, you just got to remember, he drops his pants and takes a crap just like you do. He's not any better than you." So after that, I was just like, "All right, I guess we'll just, you know, everyone's easy to talk to now." So, yeah, it was really funny. So
Nice.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Okay.
all right, guys, thanks for having me. I'll see you guys
Okay,
later.
Captain Waffles. Have a good
Take
day.
care.
See you
Later,
later.
Adios,
bud.
bro.
Thanks for jumping on. So, relax, breathe. Anyways, what I'm saying is building a relationship with your audience is what you want. You want to build a relationship. You want to be realistic. You don't want to beg for anything, but you want people to. The trick is you want people to like you for you, and you cannot swerve from being you. If you try to flex to what other people want, you're gonna run out of reserves for your self motivation, your self independence, yourself anything really. Like if you try to bend over for other people, give yourself to other people just to make them happy, you're gonna lose yourself, and you're not gonna be you at the end of it. When
You're
you
going to
want to
spend
be
a lot
yourself,
of your time chasing people and
Right.
chasing things, and it's just not going to work out in the end. You're going to be
Right.
exhausted and not have anything to show for it.
right? It's like that song. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
How did I know that was going to come up?
Right? You know that TLC song.
Yeah, I know. I saw that coming.
Mm.
Right. It's all right. It's all
If,
right.
if to be honest, if Tortoise didn't start doing that, I would have.
Yeah.
But no, so and keep your dreams realistic. Like last night, I was having a conversation with Hillbilly about giveaways, and Hillbilly has some big ideas for giveaways. And I'm like, well, let's look at like I had to be the dampener of the conversation. I'm like, well, let's look at this. You're fixed income, right?
Right.
You got to plan things out. You can't just you can't do better and better giveaways every 100 subscribers, and plan these bigger giveaways when your giveaways are fairly expensive themselves.
Yep.
So so we had a conversation about this, and you got to start planning for yourself. You got to think about yourself. I mean, Tibalts Apprentice so far has only given a couple giveaways out. His goals are like, look, if we reach goals, I'm going to open a box of cards. Maybe we'll give some stuff away. Evil.
Yep. I'll be opening those last 5 packs, and then we'll start talking about the ones that I'm giving away and stuff, because I am giving some away or whatever. But yeah, I absolutely agree, and I don't. I'm glad you guys talked about that or whatever too, because you don't want to. I don't want. So this was for me when I came into this or whatever. A lot of people told me you should do giveaways, you should do that, but to me, that would attract the wrong kind of audience. I want to build a community. I want to build a friendship with people and have people share things. And not that I don't want to do giveaways. I don't want people just showing up for the free stuff though, because they'll show up for the free stuff. They'll give you the sub and then they'll just go away after that if you're not giving away better and better stuff or whatever. So that's why I try to pace myself, and that's why I don't do a lot of them. I'd rather give great content. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that, but I want it to build slowly, and I want it to build and stuff. But yeah, I still want to do giveaways and stuff too, but I also don't want to attract people just to get the good stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, giveaways are a horrible way to get subscribers because, like you said, you get I got 600 subscribers, which is pretty amazing. But I get an average viewer duration like 24 to 40 people.
That's still better than some people I've seen, though.
Right.
So that's something.
Right. So like my trick is I'm doing my next big goal is 1,000 subscriber giveaway. We're giving away some sweet stuff, but I planned it out so I'm not just giving everything away at every 100 subscribers, right? Because let's just say this: Hillbilly had a plan to do a giveaway for 420 subscribers, right? He reached 400, and he was like, "I'm going to do 420 subscribers." Well, before you know it, before you can save for it or do anything for it, he reached the 420 subscribers.
Nice.
He's like, well, dude, I can't do it. He's like my funds are down. I was going to do it, but we just hit that mark way too fast.
Yep, and that's
good.
why I couldn't do it. So, and I didn't. And what saved me on that is I didn't announce it.
Mm-hmm. And that's not talking bad on you, Billy.
Yeah, I know.
This is just something that happened, and like
Yep.
that was happening to me because I did a 300 subscriber giveaway and a 400 subscriber giveaway, and they were too close together. And the wife was like, "Well, dude, we can't afford this giveaway stuff every 100 giveaways. You're gonna have to stretch it out." So I took the time, like, you know, it's gonna be a hard thing to give away 1,000 subscribers, you know, because I'm so far away from it. Now I'm 400 subscribers, close to 1,000. You know,
Nice.
So, but like what happened is I was able to plan out, like I got a play mat to give away, a giveaway with a Rafika the Mini Commander deck in a deck box, sleeved in super fast tortoise sleeves, and they'll get a couple stickers. You know,
Yeah.
Nice. One other thing I was going to add about the idea of monetization and that too is, I know you said, you know, no necessarily just beg for money. It's not wrong, and there's nothing bad I'm gonna say about asking for what you want too, though.
no,
If you want subscribers and stuff, you're gonna have to mention to subscribe, because sometimes people don't think about it. Maybe they enjoy your content so much that they never stop to think, oh, dude, I'm not even subscribed to this guy. So it certainly doesn't hurt to ask for that. If you need help, you never know who's out there that's listening, that's maybe just lurking, might just be creeping, and what they can offer you and stuff. And if you're personable enough, which I think everybody is, and I'm just talking about in general, I'm not talking about anybody specific or whatever, but if you are doing a channel and if you are seeking growth, you know, you got to ask for it. You know, ask for people to either, you know, subscribe to you or leave a comment even or whatever. It's hard for people to you also have a weird stage of growth too, where it's hard to be the first person to comment on a video that has no comments. If you can get a couple of people to make a couple of comments, sometimes that kind of greases a wheel or gets the ball rolling, where other people, they see that and then they want their voice to be heard too. So the best thing you can do is build community, I think.
Well, the piggyback off what you're saying, it's one thing to beg for money. It's another thing to do a call to action. Like for you guys watching, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you're enjoying today's show. You know, like stuff like that. Like call to action is fine. There's like when you're becoming monetized, it's not begging if you're doing a point of sell. Liking that button is what I'm calling point of sell. That helps you with their subscribing. People love it when they like the content they subscribe. Or if you have a sponsor like carnsutopia.com, where you can get sweet Magic the Gathering swag like this, boop, Carnsutopia and sweet Magic the Gathering swag, right? And that's as far as they're going to do that, right? That's point of sale. It's fine to do that. It's okay to self-monetize. I remember having a conversation with a friend of the channel, and before he's monetized, he was like really struggling trying to find money to get where he himself. And I'm like, dude, if you need to hear this, it's okay to self-monetize. It's okay if you want to make money. It's not begging if it's a need, you know. I mean, don't beg for money. Like, don't crawl on your knees and beg for money. But, like, you know, offer something, give something a service. You know, like one of my friends, sometimes they have this idea, and you guys don't know this dude, but like sometimes they have an idea, and I'm like, well, what are the people getting out of it? What are they doing? You know, I'm like if they're paying you money, what is the return on it? You know, what kind of service are you offering? You know, that's the key word is right there is a service, because everything we do on this show and on your channels is a service. Like, not only are you doing stuff for free, you're working. Like Tibalts knows how editing goes, you know. TCG knows how editing goes, you know. So everything you do is a service that you're doing thanklessly until you get the likes and subscribes. Yeah. You know, and so when people subscribe to you, like your videos, when they comment, which is like one of the best feelings in the world, Especially when you start getting fresh comments and you're like, oh, someone commented. I'm going to write them like a 2-page paragraph about how this awesome comment is. Yeah, I remember that phase.
Yeah.
That's how James Willis and I started. He was one of the first major people to comment on my channel, and somehow that broke into so far a lifetime friendship.
Nice.
You know?
Nice.
And so we're going to have to start rolling things a little towards the end. I said this live was going to be a little longer. We're an hour and 10 minutes, so we're going to start going to the next segment of the day, Hillbilly.
Ooh. Is that the deck of the day?
Close, but the one before that.
Movers and shakers.
What?
For the movers and shakers, we got formerly the vault plus 6%, 1164. Moving up. Pretty good. Yeah. Then plus 1%, 4055. We got Agatha Soul's Cauldron just banking it on top of the charts here with like good money value. Then at 3%, 2050, got Torah Soaring City doing pretty good. 3% increase. Then at 1289 at 4%, we got Titiana's Voice of Gaia just doing nuts. I got one side of her. I think it's the tree side. We got plus 2%, 2579. You got Tiny Bones doing really good up here. Plus 5%, 763. Virtue Strength just climbing up there. Will let's see more play? We'll see. Yeah, plus 2%, 1835. We got Terror of the Peaks. Like this is a reprint. Price is going up. It might go back down. Who knows? Plus 1 at 1977. We got Final Showdown. A really good board wipe. Instant speed. We got 3%, 950. I guess the Hellraiser. Boom. 950. That's a pretty good price on that card. I did not expect that. I did not expect that to be worth so much. But yay. Plus 2%, 1255. We got Ender City Sewers. This land is awesome.
I have to go for now. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, bud.
See you.
See ya.
All right. See ya.
Thanks for being on. All right, down 1%, $79. We got Children of the Apocalypse. Down 2%, 48.84. We got Silicrum Synthesizer, which is a really good card. Down 48.84. That's funny. It's 4884. There you go. It's down 16%, 250. You got Sucking Citadel, a land that's doing pretty decent. And we got Legislator at down 2% at 1621. At down 2% at $13. We got Collector's Cage. Down 2% at 1543. We got All Will Be One, which has a nasty combo to it.
Yep.
Down 3%, 804. We got Tyrannix Rex, evil. Down 7% at 308. You got Kellen the Fey Blooded. Down 2% at 1213. We got Jace Reawakened. $12. That's a pretty good price for that card. And down 1%, we got 2930. You got Roaming Throne. Roaming Throne doing pretty good. Doing awesome in Standard and Commander. And my friends, that has been the Movers and Shakers.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like that was a news segment. Then we're rolling in because I really want to push the last segment in the deck. Let's see. Okay, that was Mega Full saying you had to leave in the private chat. So pushing the last segment of the day because I'm trying to wrap this up. I really wanted to talk about this because I wanted you guys' opinion about this deck. So we're gonna go into the next segment of the day, Hillbilly.
The deck of the day is brought to you by Redcubleather. High quality leather deck boxes and merchandise. Customizable options are available. The link is in the description box below.
I want to be the best in the game. Invest in my name. Check no restraints. I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain. Assess and I change.
Whoa. So what are the deck of the day? Like all the cards are not up to par with versions they are, but all the cards are in the deck. And this deck is mean, but it's weird. It's weak. It's Rakdos. I don't have all the draw cards like we talked about. But we got Valky, God of Lies, who turns into Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter. Which is Loki. Yeah, Tibalt. That's right. Look at that flip. So, board wipes. You can tell my board wipe game is weak in this deck because they got Languish. All creatures can -4/-4. Don't worry. My friend is sending me a damnation for this deck.
Nice.
We got Massacre Girl, which I didn't realize I had a copy of, but Massacre Girl's in the deck. That's evil.
Nice.
I would definitely wouldn't mind a new Massacre Girl for this deck too. We got Necromantic Selection, which is good in a 2-color deck. It's a board wipe that returns a creature to the graveyard. Woo woo. You got Nightmare Unmaking, which is a good board wipe. We got Terror Tide, which is all right board wipe. All creatures get -X until in turn where X number of permanent cards in your graveyard. Woo woo. Sadly, I don't have a Evolving Wilds or a Terramorphic Advance in this deck. You'd think I would. But I found an interesting card called Double Vision. It says whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that spell.
Nice.
Yeah. I had to run Havoc Festival because it seems like a very Tibalt thing to do. 6 mana enchantment. Players can't gain life. At the beginning of each upkeep, that player loses half their life rounded up.
Ouch.
Right?
Ouch. Yeah.
Yep.
That'll speed up a game real quick.
Right. You got Painful Quandary. 5 mana.
Ouch.
Whenever opponent casts a spell, that player loses 5 life unless they discard a card. And you got Whip Erebos, which you really care about is creatures that control lifelink. The other ability to return a creature card till end of turn and exile. But all right. Look at this. What's going on? Someone's gone crazy over there with their phone. Removal. Look at that removal number. Quantity of 16.
Wow.
Wow.
I was really harnessing my Tibaltness here.
Yeah.
All right. We got Bedevil, Black Sun's Twilight, Devour Flesh, Eyes of the Beholder, because, you know, Indestructible is a thing. Flesh Bag Marauder, Go for the Throat, Merciless Executioner, Murderous Rider. All right. Go down. Scroll that other way. There you go. We got Orcus, Prince of Undeath, which is a removal spell or a reanimator spell. Got Plague Crafter, Profane Command, which can remove a creature but has other abilities. You got Ravenous Chupacabra, Ruinous Path, Rush of Dread, which is a neat spell. 1 generic 2 black has Bree, so for 4 mana, you can have target player sacrifice half their permanents or creatures. For 5 mana, or you can have target opponent discard half the cards in their hand, round it up. Or for 5 mana, you can have target opponent lose half their life, round it up. Or you can pay the spree cost of the 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana to have them do all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, when I pulled that card, I'm like, that card's a little OP.
That's like Xander on a stick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or Xander. Xander's the opposite of that. But yeah, that's yikes.
Yeah, Sever the Bloodline for removal. Exile target creature and all other creatures with the same name as that creature and has flashback. That's good against token decks. We have Terminate. Now, the creatures are what make this deck weird. So, really quick, we're drawing cards. We got Village Rites, Twilight Prophet, Sign in Blood, Plumb the Forbidden, Costly Plunder, Corrupted Conviction, and Alter's Reap, which is sad because most of the draw requires me sacrificing creatures, and I don't know how many creatures I'll have to do that. But because we're doing that, we got Blood Artist, and we got Zulaport Cutthroat in this deck, but we got Blood Crazy Neonat, Draina Liberator of Malakir. We got Dreadhorde Butcher because, you know, if you notice there's a small theme in this deck, so making our opponents lose half their life is pretty good. Garna Bloodfist of Keld. You can tell this is scrapped up out of all cards I had. Gotta reach Sanitarium. Go over here. Go. Oh no, stop. Yeah, so we got Grey Merchant and Asphodel. My mouse. Grey Merchant and Asphodel, so we can help people lose life. Got NT Natural of the Sun. So you notice I have creatures where when they attack, you put a +1 counter on them. This is kind of the theme I went with.
Right, yeah.
Cards. Judas the Score Diva. You pump up creatures, and whenever a non-creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. So I'm trying to make power of my sacrificing abilities. Lane Reclusive Painter. I don't know why he's in my deck. 2 mana. He creates 2 treasure tokens, and when you cast a creature using a treasure token, you put a +1 counter on it.
That's the reason why.
Yeah, that's the reason why. This guy was pretty cool. Callrock Fury of Avernus, 5 mana, 5/4. Whenever he attacks, if it's the first attacking phase this turn, and tap all creatures, they gain first strike until the turn. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase.
Ooh.
Yep, you got Lagamos, Hand of Hatred. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 2/1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste. Sacrifice at the beginning of your end step. Now, if 5 creatures died this turn, you can tap them to tutor for a card.
Wow.
I don't know if that will happen, but we got a classic Olivia Voldaren in the deck for +1 counter synergies and stealing creatures. The stealing creatures is always good.
Yeah, that gives you some sacrifice.
Yep. We got Raphael, Fiendish Savior, 5 mana for other Devil's Imps and Tieflings you control get +1/+1. And at the beginning of each end step, if a creature card was put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, create a 1/1 red devil creature token with whenever this creature dies to 1 damage. We got Rowan, the Sign of War, which I think is an interesting card. So you tap him and he says red and black spells you cast cost access to cast or X the life lost this turn. Yeah, Soulscar Mage, prowess. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to a creature an opponent controls, put that mini -1/-1 counters on the creature. That goes with the Blood Artist triggers and stuff like that when you can do 1 damage to any target. Got Stalactite Stalker, Stormkirk Noble. Yeah, Yahani Undying Partisan, which is interesting. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1 counter on it. Zipor Cutthroat. And that's my deck. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's some evilness here. Morta Baltanus. So you got Ingress Rampage for removal, but also to get people to. That's supposed to be a removal, really. Lightning. Target player discards a card or 2 cards. They take 3 damage. Hypnotic Spectre. When it deals combat damage, target player discards a card at random. Got Kulligan's a man, mainly to help make people discard a card and deal 2 damage, but he has multiple spells. Got Croxa, Titan of Death's Hunger to make people discard a card. And Tibalt's favorite card, Monomania. 5 mana, target player chooses a card in their hand and discards the rest.
Dang.
Yeah. So far, that's my deck for the deck of the day. You can see where it needs help. What are you doing, Cookie Dude?
Oh, I'm listening to you.
We heard everything he's doing in your room.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was taking
I
care
thought he
of.
was mining for something.
I was taking care of some business while you're doing the deck.
Yeah, well, like we heard your phone go off. We heard
I
paper
don't know
rumbling.
I don't know what happened to my phone. It just went crazy.
It's probably because you're popular.
And then I got distracted with something else, because of the deck of the day. So I understand that you got your cards and you make this deck up, right? You just don't go and buy the deck. You could.
Someone sent me the Valky, and I'm like, what red-black cards do I have to make the deck? And as you can see, the deck is not without flaw. There's a lot of evilness in the deck.
Yeah.
What do you see as flaws in there right now?
Like
what
what I see
is not strong enough for you?
Like, well, I don't see enough hand retention. Like all my draw spells require me to kill my own creatures, which hence like the Phyrexian Arena I mentioned earlier, and draw value. I haven't played the deck. I've only played test the deck twice, once on camera, but against myself. It runs out of steam fast, and there's like it runs out of steam fast, and there's not a way to keep up with everything. Board wipes are few, but that'll be doing. There's a lot of evilness in the deck. But there's not a lot of play synergy over deck's energy. I mean, come on, we got 16 points of removal spell. Like I need to draw into those.
right.
No, you don't.
So maybe some artifact card draw if you can't get it anywhere else, maybe.
Right. Oh, here, Blazing Spectre's in the discard outlet too. There you go. I go over there. Blazing Spectre wasn't mentioned because he was in the wrong pile. Blazing Spectre costs 4 mana for a 2/2 flying haste. Whenever he deals combat damage to play, the player discards a card. So you can see I went with the best themes I can put together.
That's a lot of discard.
Well, it's single player discard, so I really need. Well, look, for this deck to work, I got to hinder my opponents as much as I can, right? If I didn't have that if I didn't have that discard, you guys would be gaining advantage on me with all your draw cards or your mill cards and stuff. I don't have any good stuff. Our recursion is weak.
I think that Shahodric, the Whispering one, would work good in that deck.
Yeah, Children of the Whispering one would be good in this deck. I only have one copy of her, and she's not coming out of my zombies deck. Wait, no. Children of the Whispering one's the original one. That one's in the cube.
It makes your opponent sacrifice a creature, and you get to reanimate a creature from your graveyard.
Right. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid indeed. I'm going to try to get one of those somewhere. Eventually, but like if you notice, the mana curve on my creatures is 2 and 3 in average, so I'm not short on aggro, right? But the problem with the deck is it loses steam.
That's run out of gas.
Yeah,
okay.
Steam as in cards, life.
Yeah,
total?
like my card draw. Like the couple times I played it, I ran out of cards in my hand. And that's why the card draw issue. Like I got plenty of card draw, but that only goes so far, and losing creatures really hurts when I only have 19 creatures compared to my 16 removal spells.
You keep thinking about sacking your creatures. I'm thinking about sacking their creatures.
Right, but I don't have stuff to sacrifice their creatures. To sacrifice a creature you control. 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 Sacrifice a creature.
You're going to be making devils. You could do what is it? Firstborn. You could snatch their creatures.
Right.
But I'm just thinking and what else could you do? I say maybe lean more into, if you're running out of steam on your end, maybe you need to do more reanimate, a little bit more reanimate if you have something else just to get their stuff. Right. You don't mind sacking, or that you can get value off of their creature.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm terrible at this stuff, basically, because I'd have to play through it half a dozen times before I would know what changes to make. Sometimes I can see it right away or whatever, but with the commander deck going so wide, I'd want to see what felt right and what worked in it.
Right. And see, I put in cards like Merciless Execution, like Murderous Rider, because it can replace itself as a creature after playing it. I put in Ravenous Chupacabra to have more creatures in the deck. So the creatures ain't horrible, the creature count compared to the removal. Like removal is 16, but a couple of them are creatures. Like my lands right now, I'm gonna have to get up to lands. I probably running 2 colors is not horrible for land fixing, honestly. My ramp is there. I got 5 ramps. Got Arcane Signet, Dark Ritual. I got the Liquid Metal Twerk, which is pretty solid actually.
That's awesome.
Mind Stone and Soul Ring. Well, not that version, but yeah. But and Valky costs 2 mana to play, and he makes people discard a card. Hence why I went with the discard theme. I'm like, well, if I'm gonna make people discard cards, let's kind of make it a thing. Where I got the recurring discarding in here, because I need to crunch my opponents, but also I need at the same time I got 7 card draw effects, and you make one more permanency, because the first one I have that's kind of permanent is Twilight Prophets. So I need to fix that up a little more. Like when I was building this deck, I always felt like this deck was missing white or blue in its deck build. I'm like, white would be really good with this deck because of board wipes, or blue would be good in this deck for some card draw. But black has a lot of good card draw. Like there's a lot of good, decent card draw in here. It's not sustainable. It's just one-time uses.
So the other thing that I'm thinking is, well, no, maybe that wouldn't work. I was going to say, thinking about making treasures, but you're not really complaining about having the mana and stuff. You're wanted to get cards. I'd have to look at my Prosper deck and see what's in there, if there was anything else that could be tweaked a little bit for the Rakdos colors.
Yeah, there's no Prosper in it. No, this is based off a lot of the cards I had. Like there's I didn't it was so tough because I couldn't run Reanimate Dead in this deck because of the theme of it. I love running Animate Dead, but I couldn't. It's the only good reanimate spell I have right now available for a deck. Now, I'm not saying I don't have other good reanimation spells in my collection, but they're all in decks. So it's interesting because this is the first time I really went outside of my wheelhouse of colors. I like black, but usually I have to follow it by blue and green. Black and red. So the hardest part about doing this is finding sustainable card draw. Why I like Frex Arena so much, because Frex Arena is like every at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. I need a couple more cards. I love cards like that because it sustain your hand and keep your momentum.
So what about something like a Howling Mine or something? I know that benefits everybody, but you're also going to be making people pitch cards out of their hand.
Yeah, well, I would run Howling Mine too, honestly, because like my removal count's so high that I can contain that.
Right.
But all right, enough said. A lot of good advice on the deck and stuff, but we are at an hour and 30 minutes, so we're gonna have to cut this down short and get to the closing section. But I appreciate you guys for being here extra long today. That was fun, and watch me complain about my deck. Oh, that's just new. So
first world commander problems.
Hillbilly.
Alrighty, 436 subs, and I will be mailing the packages off today from the last giveaway, and won't be an afternoon stream today because I got to get to the post office and pay some couple of bills too. But other than that, I ain't got much to shield today. Appreciate each and every one of you.
Pretty good. All right. Look at the shill master himself.
All right. So what have I got to shill? Later on today, I will be filming the last, well, we're assuming they're the last 5 packs. I have 4 creatures I'm still looking for. So maybe I'll get 4 creatures and I'll be giving away an extra pack. Who knows? But I'm assuming that I'm going to be filming and getting rid of the, or opening the last 5 of the Eldritch Moon packs. And then we will start talking about what we're going to do to give away those, give away the 6 packs that are remaining from that box that I cracked. What else? That's pretty much it. Just like, comment, subscribe, come by and see me, leave a comment in a recent video. And yeah, that's it. That's enough show for now.
Woo-woo.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. TCG player. So dude.
Oh, so rude.
You gotta chill yourself.
I'm just kidding. Actually, I can here just half a second. I'm working on an image right now. So basically, I ordered a Corset 2014 Japanese booster box after the success of the Chinese simplified one that I opened on stream the other day. I've since privated the video because I'm going to edit it or do whatever with it. It was really rough around the edges, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. The vibes were high. The pulls were great. Quality cardboard. Anywho, so got the order in. It's shipping and on its way to me. Pretty much, long story short, 6 seats for a box battle, $18 a seat plus $7 shipping, so $25 out the door. You're going to get at least 5 packs and then a chance to win 3 more with a high CMC or low CMC. And that's it for me.
Cool.
Look at that Photoshop. All right, now for Cougar Dude.
Hey, well, I got nothing to really show here. I'm just going to try and put a new video out sometime this week. That's about it. Great show.
Great show for sure.
Pass it on to the master.
The master. But I got a Tempest Games hat on because they're the local LGS that I love to support. But anyways, super fast tortoise. Today is Friday, so we're actually playing Spider-Man tonight. Yes, and we're gonna have fun doing that. But also, we got a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. If we reach our goal, get to 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna give away a commander deck, Rafika the Mini, in a deck box, in sleeves, with a playmat to the lucky winner of a giveaway. When we reach 1,000 subscribers, and that will be awesome. And there will be a little bit more to that, but more information will be detailed in the future. So let's get to that goal. Let's be amazing. And I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank you guys for liking this video, commenting in chat. like, you know, if this is the future for you and this is not live, leave comments of your thoughts in chat. What do you think we did good? What do you think did bad? All criticism, all thoughts are welcome. And I want to thank Hillbilly for being here. Thank you, Hillbilly.
Anytime.
You too, Tibalts. All right, Cookie Dude.
Yes, I love being here.
Yeah, TCG Dude, thank you for being here.
Oh yeah, man, it's an honor.
All right, again, Captain Waffles and everybody else who was here today, thank you for being awesome, meaningful, and you guys are amazing. And always, always remember, it is good for you to listen to Lord Megatron.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.
Fear not, Megatron.